I'm Max Sternbaum, and I'm the host of ASTROCHAT. I've been studying astrology seriously for about 3 years, though I've been obsessed with it for much longer. I'm a Taurus sun, Libra rising, and Capricorn moon. This abbreviated Intro to Astrology, or Astrology 101 podcast, is essentially a key or primer for the main concepts of astrology used in natal readings. In the course of 12 episodes, we will cover each of the 12 houses and their corresponding signs, Aries through Pisces. The first 6 houses are to be remembered as the personal houses, and 7 through 12 are the social houses. In a potential 13th and 14th episode, we will go over the stronger aspects as I see them and use them in readings, conjunction, opposition, and square, as well as the nature of the 10 planets. Listen, this intro special is not only for listeners of the AstroChat series, but for anyone looking for a basic understanding of the primary language and archetypes used in an astrological reading. This is Astrology for the People.
Episode 4. Cancer in the 4th house. Cancer season is June 20th to July 22nd. The Cancer archetype is the mother, the witch, and the introvert. The Cancer symbol's the crab. The Cancer phrase is I feel. Cancer rules the chest, breast, and stomach, and its opposite sign is Capricorn. The 4th house rules both our physical home and where we feel safe and secure, but also our psychological home, the deepest, most private parts of ourselves. The 4th house can show us our upbringing, our ancestry or relationship to it, and usually our mother or the more feminine parent, which is also represented by the moon in our charts, which just so happens to rule the sign of subject today, Cancer. The 4th house is an angular house, making it as important as the ascendant, and one can sense this when thinking about how much time we spend alone with ourselves, that we're born alone and we die alone, how important it is to create a place of security within ourselves, how that grounds and stabilizes everything else in our life. This house can also relate to our own desires to nurture or mother. As its opposite is the 10th house of career or social status, it can show up in our business relations or our legacies, familial or otherwise. But at its core, this house concerns emotional safety and stability, and our development of self-reliance. In Cancer, we meet our first water sign, and in water we find emotion and feelings, sensitivity and deep intuition. As a cardinal sign, Cancer takes initiative. It's the first to initiate emotion in the zodiac, and it's not infrequent that you'll find a Cancer boss CEO type combining their power to initiate with their aquatic stamina. Being ruled by the moon can give Cancerians the reputation of being moody, constantly shifting through a variety of emotional states. But of course, we all do this. It's just with Cancer, they are more prone to expressing it. Like the 4th house, Cancer represents one of the deepest parts of ourselves, a place we find our intuition or even psychic abilities, a place of connection to the other side, whatever the other side means to you. The better a Cancer gets to know itself, the deeper the connection. A part of this is the lesson of being emotionally self-reliant and self-dependent. Cancer can feel out of control or a loss of self when they search for these qualities outside themselves. That's not to say that it shouldn't act on its desires to mother other, but it's important for them to remember the need for flow and reciprocity in relationship. Cancer will give and give, but if it fails to consciously acknowledge the desire to get something back, the Cancerian stereotypes of taking things personally and frequently changing moods will strike with a vengeance. And a Cancer never forgets. They're known for their incredible memory banks, which can inadvertently add to the aforementioned crappy behavior. Among all these lessons, Cancers are also learning to speak up for their needs, which can be really empowering. What does Cancer need to feel safe and secure at home? Considering its connection to the 4th house, I'd be remiss not to discuss Cancer's natural inclination for family and home. You will find Cancer reveling inside its house, in its family dinners, and in hosting others. Being ruled by the moon, Cancer's archetype is the mother of the zodiac. Its highest expression is to take care of others, which it does by sensing and nurturing vulnerabilities. And in fact, this is a kind of cosmic purpose, if you will, the role of the matriarch. And if I wasn't clear before, Cancer can be incredibly psychic. At the very least, you Cancers must trust your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams and take them seriously. Some well-known Cancers who exemplify their sign are Alan Turing, Ernest Hemingway, John D. Rockefeller, Henry David Thoreau, Frida Kahlo, June Carter Cash, and Prince William. Thank you all for listening, and I hope this proved helpful and resonated with the Cancers of the world, as well as 4th house suns or those with a Cancerian signature. We each have all 12 signs within our natal chart, so while you may think, I'm no Cancer, well, look closely at your chart and find out which house and or planet or angle inhabits the world of Cancer. Then you can apply these principles or archetypes to that area of your life or yourself. It's the variety of combinations of planets and houses and signs within each of our natal charts that accounts for the diversity of human experience. And again, I hope to emphasize that figuring out our own astrology can help navigate life with more awareness, ease, and certainly grace. It provides the tools and knowing to deal with adversity and difficult timing, and is helpful in self-understanding, as well as understanding other, by allowing us to maintain perspective. Instead of floating through life subject to the whims of celestial forces, we can be present and potentially co-create this existence, which is what is really meant by quote-unquote owning your power and stepping into your worth. And with that, I'll leave you. I'm signing off and hoping to catch you next time when we talk about Leo and the 5th house. Oh, and if you're digging this podcast, be sure and review or leave a comment and subscribe. You can find me on Instagram at startree_astrology, that's STARTREE, or drop me a line at yo.startree@gmail.com. Ciao!